Good evening, gentlemen.
And good evening to you, Mr. Hahn.
It's about time you show me the respect I deserve, Paulie.
I think I've shown you as much respect as you deserve, sir.
I disagree.
Introducing first, from the Bronx, New York City, weighing 289 pounds, this is the main man, Gino DeCapo.
Gino's a handsome man, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess if you are into that, yes, 100%.
From Hollywood, California, weighing 241 pounds, this is the show, Robby Starr.
And for those of you just joining
Shut
us,
up, Paulie. Paulie, why don't you ask why I'm out here?
I was just about to introduce you to our commentary.
Oh, nobody. I need no introduction. I am the most humble man in the history of the world.
Humble, yes. You are oh so humble.
Thank you.
And I noticed you don't have the OCW Tag Team Championships with you.
Oh, I got them locked away in a safe. There's a lot of dishonest people out here that would steal things, and I'm not going to have that happen with my property.
Dishonest people who are stealing property.
Correct.
It's interesting that you say it like that.
So you're going to ask me why I'm doing out here?
Yeah, why not? What brings you to the commentary desk? I imagine you're scouting.
I am doing some scouting, and you know who I got my eye on right now?
Based on the fact that you called
Robby
Gino...
Starr.
Really? Okay.
Look,
That's
I mean, that's an athlete right there. Look at all the history. Drew, run down his history. I don't like the sound of your voice. Paulie, run down his history.
The show Robby Starr is a 3-time heavyweight champion here in OCW, a 5-time tag team champion, and 1 DBI 6. We were also very concerned back in Tradition 2021 when he seemed to be retiring. But
Nah, he's got no plans to retire. In fact, he's got plans on perhaps maybe joining the Entourage.
I don't think a man with Robby Starr's credentials necessarily needs an agent.
So he has more credentials than Jock Sampson? Has he ever wrestled the Honky Tonk Man? Has he ever wrestled Hacksaw Jim Duggan? Jeff Jarrett?
I guess not.
The list goes on and on.
Fair
You should do your homework, Wally.
I do a pretty decent job. And now the OCW faithful are just circling the ring.
Yeah, we need to get a little more security out here. Did you see that old bag trying to get at me?
We don't have security. Glenn's not here tonight. That's what you wanted, right? You didn't want Glenn Lane to be in charge anymore, right? So,
Well, I like security to be here. I mean, I don't want to get touched by these ugly people. I don't know if osteoporosis from that old bag is contagious.
well, I understand that, but if you're the one who's in
Nice
charge,
duck under by Robby Starr into a headlock. Look at him wrenching on there. That's a hell of a man.
I'm surprised that you're not cheering for your friend Gino DeCapo here.
I'm not cheering for anybody. I am scouting straight up the middle. Like, look at that reversal by Gino DeCapo. Close personal friend of mine. We exchange Christmas cards.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me or anybody here at this table.
I have friends.
I would think you have clients.
I have no clients that play for the Cleveland Guardians, or whatever they're called this week.
Yeah, nobody's terribly thrilled about that, but what we are thrilled about is that
Nice
big
shoulder tackle by the made man.
My God. Robby went airborne off that, which is kind of hard to believe.
Look at that athleticism by Robby Starr. And just the technical wrestling prowess of the man. I like this Robby Starr.
It looked like he went to grab at the back of his shirt and did not have a good grip because of the way that Gino likes to wet down his hair.
Wet down his hair. No, that's sweat from working so hard getting warmed up for his matches.
So he's sweating before he gets in the ring where he's going to sweat again?
Yes, it's called getting warmed up for a match. Have you ever been to a football game and watch those guys get warmed up? Do you know what sports is?
They don't normally go to the point where they're sweating profusely like Gino DeCapo is. Off the ropes, nice drop down by DeCapo. Oh, went for the leapfrog, and it was telegraphed.
Look at the intelligence by Robby Starr.
Starr
Kid does his homework. Imagine what he could do with representation.
Nice hip toss by the show, Robby Starr.
You know, if Robby had representation, he wouldn't be in match 3. He'd be challenging for the OCW Heavyweight Championship.
I can't disagree with you on that. He should definitely be in the conversation for the Heavyweight Championship, or at the very least, the Heritage Championship.
I can get in matches like that. I've gotten a lot of title matches. Have you noticed that, Paulie?
I have.
I get a lot of title matches for my clients, and we finally won tag team titles. So we are the tag team champions. It was a humbling night, to be honest with you.
Well, OCW management has asked me to remind our OCW faithful that you didn't win the tag team championship.
What?
Borjas is still recognized as the OCW tag team champion.
Borjas?
And
I'm not a real fan of Borjas.
Well, I imagine you'll be crossing paths with them again.
Crossing his crosshairs, that's a good one. Him and Fat the Loser, they are no match for us.
I really hope they don't hear you say that.
I hope they do.
Oh, he poked him right in the eyes. Did you see that, Paulie?
I did see that, and that is a little bit...
I'm surprised you could see that. I mean, in your glasses. They come any thicker than that? Drew?
Both men back into the ring.
Oh, missed the elbow drop. Did DeCapo.
See, Robby Starr has all the tools that it needs to be a champion. He just needs better opportunities for himself and somebody to negotiate on his behalf.
Big superstar splash in the corner. It's confusing to me because
Well, not a lot confuses you, Paulie.
I don't discredit that at all, but it seems like you would want the brass ring holder in your stable rather than somebody who's going to have to fight harder to get to that championship.
I already have a whole scouting report on Gino DeCapo. I don't have a whole lot of information so far on Robby Starr, so that's why I'm out here. Oh my gosh, inside out clothesline there by the made man. I like it. I like both these guys. Maybe they both want to join the Tourage.
That would make you unstoppable.
I mean, I feel like we already kind of are. Have you been talking about how we're going to defend the tag team titles later tonight?
So that's not a tag team championship match.
Oh no, I know that Glenn said we didn't have to defend them, but we're fighting champions and we're going to put the titles on the line.
I'm sure.
Back elbow by Gino DeCapo puts Robby Starr on the mat, off the ropes. Another elbow. You think he sharpens that elbow up before the match?
I don't think you can. Cover 1, 2, and no. I am surprised he doesn't wear an elbow pad there. That seems like something that, out of your playbook, maybe loaded up with a roll of quarters, perhaps.
Oh no, when you have an elbow that lethal, you don't need anything extra.
So you're saying Jack Sampson needs something extra?
What are you talking about?
We have footage of him loading up his elbow pad with a roll of quarters.
You're going to need to send that to me because I don't recall that ever happening.
In fact, you got knocked out by that very elbow.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was. It's because Chuck brought an illegal foreign object into the ring, and Chuck hit me with it. That's what that's what I remember from that.
Well, then you need to go back and watch that tape.
I don't have time for that.
Right now, Gino DeCapo is choking out Robby Starr on the middle rope in front of the OCW faithful, and my God.
See, now, if Robby had representation, someone would be doing the choking for him, and he wouldn't be on the receiving end.
But
Nice leg drop. Wow, well executed.
that was. You know, you're not supposed to put your hands on anybody that's in the ring, Nick. You are
I'm allowed to hug my clients if I want to.
you're not an in-ring competitor.
What are you accusing me of?
You tried to.
Why do you guys talk to me like this? Like, this is pathetic. Like, talk to me with some respect in your voice.
Gino back to the chin lock.
Is that something that Brandon Fields might be able to help Gino DeCapo, as he is a very aggressive master of the chin lock? Is Brandon Fields?
Gino really wrenching on him here.
Robby Starr reaching for the hair, trying to get some sort of leverage.
Has a hold of the tie.
Well, that'll give you leverage.
Yeah, he really plays by the rules, huh? He would never join the Entourage.
I guess I got to call a spade there.
Do you need Asher to come out and deal the cards?
Oh, man, driven back down into the mat was the show Robby Starr. DeCapo off the ropes. Big back senton. That could be enough for this match. But DeCapo, taking his time, has the cover. No.
Gino a little slow into that cover.
I was just going to ask you, Nick, is that something?
Yeah, do 3 years, $36 million. Yeah. All right, cool. Pleasure doing business with you. Just got Nick Chubb $36 million. You're welcome.
There you go.
I almost have to be certain that you're not Nick Chubb's agent, but at this point,
We're both named Nick. It's federal law.
So that makes me the freaking Pope?
Big shots from Robby.
The big power slam! My God!
Look at the power. Maybe I should send Gino.
Heavy impact cover. 1, 2 for the win. No, my God!
Look at the toughness of Robby Starr. You guys, with your lack of wrestling knowledge, at least have that much respect for him, right?
I would respectfully say that I know a little bit about wrestling knowledge, but I would also...
Knowing who won the Divas title in 2006 does not make you have wrestling knowledge.
Well, I know that tie is illegal in the way that Gino DeCapo's using it.
You have till the count of 4. Like, you can hit 4, and then you break. You can do whatever you want for 4 seconds. How do you not understand these rules, gentlemen?
It's not...
Like, if you would have learned the rules to MMA, you might not have gotten your jaw dislocated.
I'm going to leave that one alone as we go back to the action in the ring.
Were you this ugly before the match? Like, before your fight? You were that ugly? Or was that surgeries, like Frankenstein's monster?
Well,
look at the power of Gino DeCapo slamming the man to the floor.
Big body slam. And now back to that chin lock.
I disagree with the strategy here of Mr. DeCapo. I would have went for a cover there. Maybe hook the tights. You know, get a little extra leverage, put your feet on the ropes.
I was just about to say feet on the ropes.
Yeah, you know all about it. What was that noise?
Thumb to the eyes, something like that. Yeah.
Well, no, you don't thumb the guy in the eyes when you're pinning him.
You don't just...
You use your forearm to just grind over his face, you know, break the nose a little bit.
Yeah, he does have a point.
Yeah, I've seen some English wrestlers use that tactic a few times.
Well, those guys speak English.
British wrestlers.
I see. You were wrong that first time. These guys speak English. I think Gino speaks a little Italian. Umile, that's a humble in Italian.
Right now, Robby Starr trying to get the OCW faithful back into this thing, get to his feet, which he does. Elbows into the midsection, and then a little do-si-do reversal there.
Wow!
Beautiful back elbow off the second rope.
But he's really feeling effects of the match so far.
Do you think that's more of the chin lock or that big power slam?
I think the power slam. He might have landed on his shoulder one time. But he's definitely a tough competitor. I wouldn't expect Robby Starr to tap unless he's wrestling Brandon Fields.
Both men down center of the ring. This could be the turning point of the match.
Refs count up to 5.
Ref needs a haircut.
Ref Josh has been doing a fantastic job tonight.
Yeah, but he needs a haircut.
Referee up to 7. This is
Robby getting his bearings together.
DeCapo back to his feet in the corner. But the Star meets him with a right hand. And again. Ducks the big haymaker into a back suplex.
Nice suplex. Well executed on the button.
A bit professional, you would say.
Ooh. Not as professional as Brandon Fields, I gotta be honest with you. But close. Right up there.
Shot to the midsection. Neck breaker connects by the show. Robby Starr. DeCapo down center of the ring.
Oh, cover him, Robby. Cover him. No, don't go for your big move. Cover him now.
He wants to give the OCW faithful something to
That's the
remember.
problem. That's the problem. You don't care about these fans. You go in there and get wins. That's how you get money.
Memories, matches, and moments. That's our whole catchphrase. Off the second rope. Could have it here. No, my God. That was close.
See, if he would have went for the cover right away, he would have had him.
You don't know that for sure, though.
Aren't you want to thank me for extending Nick Chubbs to the Browns for 3 years?
We don't have that confirmed.
36 million, 20 million guaranteed?
Well, I'm a Seahawks fan, so.
Nah, that's what's wrong with you.
Robby looking for Starstruck.
But DeCapo had it scouted. Remember, the last time these guys met, Gino was only 5 months into his OCW career.
Nice kick. I think cut it right on the chin.
Yeah.
And a back elbow to boot.
Look how tough Gino is. Yeah, I mean, that would have knocked out a normal man.
Off the second rope. Big diving crossbody. Cover for the win. Does the show have it? Oh, my goodness.
What fight in Gino DeCapo to roll that left shoulder up off the mat to stop the referee's count at 2?
It's amazing how close these pinfalls
It's amazing I'm the best commentator at this table.
And so humble, too.
I know, right? Like,
So humble.
would you call me the high priest of humble?
Yeah.
I love that one. That's a good one. Thank you very much. I was humbled by that comment.
You going to put that on a T-shirt?
No, because then I have to give Drew a percentage.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd like to see royalties.
Meanwhile, DeCapo raking the eyes again. Oh.
He's gonna be singing a few notes higher in the shower.
It's not pretty, but it's effective.
Like Drew.
Oh my God.
Hey, I never claimed to be handsome.
Or effective.
Anyway, both men are on the top rope. This is no man's land. This is a dangerous spot. You've talked about the high-risk district.
Yeah, see, I don't send my clients up there. There's too many chances that can happen up there. You can twist an ankle when you get up there, slip off the top rope, land on a shoulder, break a clavicle.
But if you're successful and you connect, it could win you the match.
Oh, wow.
Somebody home on the moonsault. Robby Starr went for it all and got nothing there.
You see him struggling to grab a breath. I think that knocked all the air out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, and a shot. Oh, man, Rough Josh just got bulldozed.
Well, why was he in the way?
Fair point. The referee is down, however, and now Gino DeCapo and Robby Starr have absolutely no official, no authority, and all hell could break loose here.
Oh, Gino's going to give him a seat.
I don't think he's going to give him
He's going
a
to sit
seat.
down and tell him stories.
I don't think that's the game plan here. Going for that. Oh, man. Nobody home on the chair shot.
Oh, my gosh.
Onto the chair. Hoisted by his own petard.
That's not a real word.
It's Greek.
And there goes the chair.
That's not a real word.
And he's starstruck.
Into the cover.
You can count to 100. This one's over.
And you are absolutely right.
Finish opener, the show, Robby Starr.
I did see some hallmarks of the entourage in this match.
Good win by Robby. I got my eye on him.
That would be a huge get for the entourage, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And he did use some of your hallmarks.
Well, gentlemen, it was great being out here and teaching you guys how much I am Mutawadia.
Yeah, don't you have to go get ready for the tag team match?
Yeah. So I just want to remind you guys I am Mutawadia. That's humble in Arabic. All right, good day. You can fact check that too.
And a thank you once again to the super agent Nick Hahn, who is. Yeah, I got your phone. Call me sometime, Robby. I don't like.
Whoa,
this
did you hear that?
Call me. Nick Hahn said he was scouting and is now giving a standing ovation to the show Robby Starr.